All right, we got that started. Um, let's prepare to go. Let's start with a video about ingredients. We're supposed to had a little assignment where figuring out what's the problem going on with skin and what products do we want to create. And so that's going to be kind of like the language today and tomorrow, researching ingredients and what certain ingredients are used for. That's going to be the key because remember, our clients want to see results. And so the fad is now they want to see driven results. They want to really see miracles the first time. But after a period of time, they want to see that they're coming to you and they're paying you, investing in their skin, that they're seeing some reward. And so we're both going to identify ingredients and what these ingredients are used for. And you might even have this in your mind. They've been using that for that, and it don't even help with that, you know? So a lot of times when I'm creating things, I just let the Lord lead me as far as ingredients. I do have a parameter on what ingredients I can use and what ingredients I cannot use. We're going to talk about that later. And it depends on where the ingredients are coming from. I don't buy everything from this island. I don't buy from that place and that place. I have to know exactly where these products, these herbs are originated from. I have to study the benefit of them and see if it works in the formula that the Lord gave me for probably 8 years. Okay. So let's take a look at this video called Ingredients. Stay tuned.
Benzoyl peroxide is an example of a drying ingredient with antibacterial properties. It is commonly used for blemishes and acne and can be a skin allergen and irritant. Potassium hydroxide is a strong alkali used in soaps and creams. Algae is a natural ingredient derived from seaweed and containing minerals. It is used for moisturizing and nourishing the skin. Carrot, which is used in creams and masks, is rich in vitamin A and is a useful antioxidant, moisturizing agent, and soothing agent. When used as an ingredient in masks and scrubs, honey has hydrating,
All
toning,
right,
and
we're gonna,
tightening
go
effects.
back one more time and I'm gonna do little cuts to tell you a little bit about each ingredient. Just a little more time. Benzoyl peroxide first, hydroxide. All right.
Benzoyl
Now,
peroxide is
a lot of times in acne products, especially over the counter, they will look for this ingredient because it's been known for years to, dry up acne and dry up oil, okay, in different places. But it also can become an irritant to the skin. Too much of a good thing can really be a bad thing. And if your skin is not in that place where it needs such an ingredient, it can cause sensitivity and irritation. Okay, just want to put that out there. Next one.
an example of a drying ingredient with antibacterial properties. It is commonly used for blemishes and acne and can be a skin allergen and irritant. Potassium
Potassium
hydroxide
hydroxide,
is a
think of soap, think of cousin to relaxers, hydroxide. Think of soap, cleansing, stripping, and a cousin to relaxers.
strong alkali used in soaps and creams. Algae is a natural ingredient derived from
Think of sea
seaweed and
moss.
containing minerals.
Okay? Um, it is one of those ingredients that you use that really benefits the hair, skin, and nails. When you think of algae, think of sea moss.
It is used for moisturizing and nourishing the skin. Carrot, which is used in creams and
Vitamin
masks,
A
is
is
rich
used
in
to
vitamin
repair the
A.
skin. Vitamin A is used to for older skin to look younger, so to give more life restoration to the skin, reduce sagging of the skin. That's carrot. I also use carrot oil in the hair because carrot oil can stop hair from breaking. And carrot oil is great for anti-breakage of the hair, right? So that's carrot.
And is a useful antioxidant, moisturizing agent, and soothing agent. When used as an ingredient in masks and scrubs, honey has
I use
hydrating,
honey in
toning,
about
and
every
tightening
bar,
effects.
a beauty bar that I make. Hydrating, it's great for masks, it's great for hugging those pores that are really, really dry and have a lack of. You can use your pure honey, so you can find different grades of honeys. I'm now using a honey that I bought from like a Mexican market. It had the honeycomb in it, so now I'm just stuck on anything that has the honeycomb in it. Great benefits. Um, the darker the raw honey is, was is the better. I also like powdered honey. So if I'm having to mix multiple ingredients and I'm not using heat or anything like that, I can just add powdered honey to different formulas, such as my cleansers or my body creams. And powdered honey is like a moisturizer as well. It works amazing with aloe vera and also ghost milk, seaweed, sea moss, whatever you put it on. But that's honey. All right. I wanted to make sure you saw that particular video. And let's just look. We're just looking at some ingredients. We're going to go over to the ebook now to really see what we got going on. If you have a favorite ingredient, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. If you have a favorite ingredient, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. Mine is sea moss. So algae, um, um, and honey and goat's milk. Those are my faves. And those. And lately, the last time I made sea moss, I made the sea moss to go into my instead of purchasing. And but whenever I do purchase it, I do purchase high end. I don't purchase cheap artificial products um, to go in what I'm making. So to spend having some technical issues. Stop sharing. Back. Okay, I haven't had a chance to make the product. Is there a product you want to make? Are you fascinated by a certain ingredient, or um, is there something that you notice there's a problem and you want to try to make something to help the problem? Because as an esthetician, we start from scratch. Okay, a lip scrub. All right. Tell me the problem. Oh, what will the lip scrub solve? What will it solve? Okay, so the lip scrub will remove any dead skin cells around the lip or on the lip. Um, it's like an exfoliator. I would make sure I use like a fine sugar, um, and not a granule, not an Epsom salt or anything like that. Sugar, um, brown sugar to be exact. Um, and then also we could add oil and add honey. Honey, remember, is hydrating. We use the honey powder or the actual honey, probably the actual honey. And then I would add something like argan. Oh no, or vitamin E. Yeah, yeah. I would only have like three ingredients. So I would probably do sugar, honey, um, maybe four, vitamin E and argan. Bam. This is gonna be super moisturizing and exfoliating. You probably won't even have to add like extra creams or oils on your like extra lip glosses and stuff. Um, but the lip scrub also helps with discoloration. Okay, so it's something real quick your clients can pick up, package it with, put it in their purse, carry it with them, and at night you can really sell the service by creating a system that they would do their lip scrub at night and do it in the mornings. Okay? Do it at night and do it in the morning. And what happens, they start to see even skin tone around the mouth. The lips become softer. The texture, just the feel of it just feels better. Yeah. Yeah. If you do plump, I would probably add. If you're looking for something plump, you would probably have to find hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid would be good to put in the lip scrub because hyaluronic acid and vitamin E are going to soothe, and so it's going to pump up and soothe. It's going to put you out of that. It's going to make your skin kind of tighten up a little bit, give it a little bit more life. And so, yeah, hyaluronic acid. I would take the argan oil out and put hyaluronic acid, the honey, and just a little bit of honey or maybe some capture. I don't want it sticky. Just a little bit of honey, hyaluronic acid with that ingredient of, and vitamin E, sugar. Kill it. Okay, every time. If you want to add some artificial fragrance, that's fine. But if I wouldn't add any essential oils because it's going in your mouth. Um, most essential oils they do have to be diluted. And with essential oils, that's all my fragrances. I don't use any artificial fragrance. So if you have essential oils, great, but you will have to dilute those oils before you use them. You don't want anyone to lips to kind of start burning, and not from plumping, but from just the sensation. A couple of drops of essential oils will be very, very strong and then burn if you would take the skin. If you want to add plumpness, you'll research an ingredient. That's how we want to ask. But there's other ingredients that's kind of like spicy. So um, it gives a little ting, and the more you apply it, the more ting the more steam that you're going to be. Okay. And so I don't know if most people apply that with like a gloss for plumping. So they'll put it on and then they will rinse it off. But the spiciness, the ting of that ingredient kind of swells up. And that's like the alternative to one again. But it's out there. There's a website. I don't know why it's not allowing me to share my screen. Share it out. But there is a website called makingcosmetics.com. That's the website. The website is called makingcosmetics.com. Whenever I am going over this particular make sure that I take my students to that website. makingcosmetics.com. Makingcosmetics.com. You mentioned something for plumping. I'm gonna just put the word plumping um, in here and see what we get. Lip enhancement. Lip gloss. All right. So putting in lip gloss, let's look at some of the basic ingredients, and then you may have to just continue to do some research about the formulas. But this site has ingredients, anything you want to make hair, skin, nails, anything for the body, for the dog, cat, whatever. Excuse me, hair color, eczema, whatever is here. You just put in what you're trying to do. There's a base. Now, there's what I like about this website. You can buy the base, and then so you don't have to like really take the formula from the bottom up. You can buy the base, and then you can start adding ingredients to it to customize it for you. Okay. Um, so here's the base and kits, containers, new arrivals, services, formulas, and resources. So you cannot even know how to make something, and you can go to the formulas and it gives you a whole rundown what to mix with what to make what. Okay. So here's a lip gloss base, and we were making lip gloss. Just say if you're gonna sell a system, yeah, there's the scrub, but you want to also sell a gloss to go behind the scrub. Okay, sell them together, make double the money. So you got the lip gloss base, and you may say, based on how you want the lips to feel afterwards, we would do some research and find out those ingredients that we can add to the lip gloss base. Once we do that, then we're good for plumping and putting everything together. Okay. Of course, containers, tubes. You have a natural lip balm base, so like a chapstick, a castor lip base, okay, like castor oil. You have a color lip gloss kit where you can make color gloss, antioxidant, so you really want to heal the lips. This would be good for behind that scrub and antioxidant lipstick base. A moisturizing. If you're trying to make lipsticks, you got two right here. And then you have a matte lipstick. So if you want to make like, the drying lipstick, there you go. And then the liquid matte lipstick. So those glosses that you can pull out once you add the color to them, and it goes on the mouth, goes on the lips, they become very dry, but it has that pop of color. These are the bases that you would get that from. You're able to do some creating yourself. If you look at ingredients, if I put in eczema, because I know you said, let me go to ingredients A to Z. So here's all of the ingredients. When I think about eczema, I think of like chamomile. I think of things that's going to prevent itchiness off the skin. So let me go to chamomile. I think of aloe vera when I think of eczema as well. Um, I think of oatmeal. I think of eczema. All of these are ingredients. Um, so it's a great resource. Extract. And they also have a water. So this is a chamomile leaf extract, right? One thing about this website, you do not have to buy bulk. You can buy one thing or you can buy a lot of things. Okay? And the items come in different sizes. The benefit of this chamomile, where it says description, 20% in a base of glycerin or water. So it's if you have 10 ounce, if I have a 10-ounce bottle, I'm gonna at least 2 of the ounces are gonna be chamomile extra. Okay, so it has to be 20% of the product, up to 20%. Okay, of the base, either in water or in glycerin. That's a book. Contains active ingredients. Okay, AB oxidized. Uh, Flavonoids. That means you can mix it with fragrances. Well known for soothing and calming properties. There we go for eczema. Soothing and calming. Provides sheen to the hair and highlights blonde hair. So I definitely don't want to put this in a cream. I don't want to do this more than 20% because I don't want a person's hair to start blonding. I really could use this in the salon just in case it's a backup if need be. Okay. Add to formulas to the water base. Typically use 5 to 100% for external use only. I can use it in creams, lotion, masks, cleansers, shampoos, conditioners, and makeup. And so this many individuals may use this for skin lightening as well. So it's chamomile leaf water, a leaf extract, and let's see what a 2 ounce does. 2 ounces, $8.90, and a gallon is $216.40. I'm gonna look at the basis. Um, if you want to make a moisturizer, you want an eczema cream. The anti-aging would be, for balancing skin, so something like olive oil, uh, balanced skin cream, antioxidant cream, body butter cream. So think about it, if what kind of cream you would want for your eczema cream. Um, I would even say it's a spray, is it a liquid, or is it a cream? You can pick these bases. I'm gonna say the body butter with the eczema body butter, and its benefits: luxurious cream can be used as massage cream, body butter, or moisturizer. Melts into the skin for the silky after feel. So I literally can put my chamomile in here, my oatmeal in this, and mix it up, and now it has become a customized product that caters to calming the skin down. So it's one of those things you can literally build whatever you want. Okay, so learn, explore over the weekend. Like I said, there's formulas, and I think if you go to YouTube, you'll find the channel as well. Pills and scrubs. Let me go there. You wanted to make scrubs. This is a foaming body scrub, one of my favorites. Mild exfoliating gel, facial scrub, cleansing oil. That is good. Okay, that'll be good to have something light they can just put on their lips. It's like an oil. Okay. Um, Added bamboo stem powder will provide a mild exfoliation, and natural plant oils would help moisturize the skin. So this would be great for the lips, um, head and feet. Buttery scrub. There's a gel exfoliating scalp scrubs, butter soap scrubs, pumpkin sugar scrubs, whatever. Okay. Now mint is one of those plumping products as well. So putting mint in your lip scrub, um, it gives a tingling, but you want that tingling to die down. You want people to be able to wear it. Fruit acid peels. This is gonna help with acne. This is scalp scrub. The walnut scrubs you are not using on the face or the lips. Walnuts, the shells cut the skin. No matter how fine they are, I always see that individuals have problems after they've been using walnut scrub. Okay, it just cuts the barrier. Shower exfoliating gel, all this good, amazing stuff. Green tea butter salt scrub, that is nice. Okay, hand exfoliation leaves the skin hydrated and soft. And then we have the alpha hydroxy acid peels. Man, it is so many different types of scrubs you can use and you can create. So there you go, right here. Everything you need, and then you just click on it. Has a PDF, walks you through what to use, how to get it, so you're not purchasing all kind of products and you're not all over the place. All right. So that is makingcosmetics.com. I hope that was very beneficial to you. Right. So let's stop share and get ready to go into our ebook. Okay. As we begin to discuss skincare products and ingredients and recognize how significant they are to what we do, without the products, we're simply just, making fun, but the products are the things that really drive our career. They make us the money. And so we have to make sure that we're going out to these different conventions, you're familiarizing yourself with certain products. One thing that people are probably going to fight me on, I am not a fan of pushing students towards products, especially because they're supposed to get to know many different types of products and because they have to learn about different skin types. Um, I don't want you to sign a commitment to a product company and the company does not give you continued education. Okay, you should get some kind of reward for signing contracts saying you're going to purchase 10,000, 4,000, 5,000 dollars worth of product, where they get the product and then they sell you the product and they're going by your way. You don't know how to take that product and sell it to the clients, and half of what you're purchasing you can't even use for these clients in this season. So be very mindful of when you're going to shows and conventions and you're looking at different companies. Ask them about intro packets. What kind of discount do you get for intro packets? Because they are used to salons and spas coming out saying, I want to buy the whole skin scripts. I love skin scripts. I'm just using it for that. They want to buy the whole skin scripts. You don't even have one client and you're committing to $10,000 worth of products. Okay. With things going on in the economy, we just have to be a little smart. You're going to make it, but that large investment in the front end, no. Learn, okay? Learn what you like. Start asking people what they're using on your skin. Going to trade shows, finding out what they're using in California versus what you're using here in Memphis. What are they doing in New York? Um, I would even go to the Department of Labor website, look up esthetician. It'll tell you per state how much money the estheticians are making per state. And if you're in a state that has the lower number, you need to figure out why does Wyoming, why are they making more money than Memphis and then Tennessee? That's a state, a city I don't hear people saying they're running to. But what's going on over there that they're making all the money? They gotta have something. They have a commitment to services. They're doing something right. So this is why we go out and we find out what's going on. And we don't learn about the products until we go out. There are companies that would come in, but you need to get connected with companies as they go out and when you go out. Okay. And again, I do like Skin Scripts. I do like a couple of other companies, and you can buy small packages and little things at a time. And for me, I deal a lot with Skin of Color, and so for a lot of my clients, initially they don't need chemical peels. Okay, really the only thing they need is a microdermabrasion and some enzymes and a regular cleansing routine. I may have had one that needed a chemical peel and one that needed a different sunscreen because I don't too much care for skin script sunscreen. Um, but that was it. And I try to use clean products, but Skin Scripts is the one product that I do use because of some of the organic um, fruits and vegetables that you use to create the products. Emerance is a nice product line as well, right? Why do you need to know this? It's critical to know the basic chemical formulations. You got to be a nerd. You got to be a nerd because simply you're going to learn the information that's going to make you money down the line. Okay. So you got to be able to absorb information, learn your knowledge so you can be able to educate your clients. You got to know what ingredients, benefits are, and potential side effects of using those items. In the video, I stopped and I told you different things about different ingredients. All right. Um, it's really based, you got to learn the skin type and sensitivity of the client. Then we're able to say, okay, they can endure that ingredient. I can't purchase that because it has this ingredient in there. So we just have to build our knowledge. This chapter, you do have to lock in. We have to lock in with the knowledge, okay? It is essential to educate your clients about products and ingredients, especially if you're going to be doing retail, because retail is not supposed to collect dust on the shelf. When your client leaves, they should leave with a home maintenance kit, period. Paul Mitchell includes it in the price, so they don't argue about how much it costs. So you have to figure out the smart marketing. Do I include it in the price? Do I have the service tell them look at before and then now look at it later? How am I going to do this? So every client needs to walk away with a care package. And then you get retail sales, but also that care package helps maintain their skin till they come see you again. You should have to be starting over every time. Okay. And so it's very important that they do some maintenance at home, and that's what that retail spike is going to do. This is why also I don't purchase skincare products over the counter. Number one, from TJ Maxx, from Walmart, we call them big box stores, Target. Sometimes, like places like just say like Bargain Hunt, um, and just like discount places that have a lot of stuff that come in, they get like the pushback, the overstock, the damage from Target, the out of date from Target in different places. Okay. And so when they get it and you say, oh, this is a good price, I love this, you're associated with the brand. You think that the brand is fine, but you don't know the damage that may have gone into the product. So the product that you're purchasing may not even be the product. It may be water. It may be old. There's something called a shelf stability. And after a certain amount of years or time on the shelf, the product begins to separate. Okay, and when the product, hold on one moment. All right. Okay. Thanks for letting me take that call. I appreciate it. So we're on 198, and I was just giving you just a nugget about big box stores and buying products for over the counter. Even I see a lot of people like to buy CeraVe and things of that nature. Honestly, I think a report just came out 2 weeks ago that it has cancer causing properties in it. I like to do my research. Okay. So if you're a licensed esthetician, we don't give recommendations for people to go into stores and purchase products because that takes money directly out of our pocket. Okay. So we need to get familiar with these product companies. Once we're familiar with the product companies, find out what they cater to. A lot of skincare products, they do flow in the organic range. They can be a little costly, but they're highly concentrated. So that means they last a little longer and they'll do a little bit more work than what over the counter will do. Okay. Or you just boss up, and I also, whatever I can't find, I will try to make it myself. But you must understand stabilizing of ingredients to do that. Okay. We have to educate our clients. I started making a beauty bar during COVID just to help with face acne from the mask. And I have a client that tells me you need to be on TikTok. I'm like, I know, but it's been 5 years, and she still comes to me, and I make her personal beauty bars. And when she don't use my products, she goes to Fenty. And I told her that I am impressed because I'm honored because you chose my product over Rihanna's product, and she's like, I don't want to use that. So you need to kind of make that so it stays in stock. And so she's just pushing me to do more and to bring my products out again. And I think I'm going to do it. Okay. Let's look at laws and regulations, product safety. Gotta have a label, gotta have safety guidelines. And honestly, the United States just approves an ingredient used for some kind of medication, but the medication was highly sought after for acne over in France. Okay, so they always say France cultivated beauty. The United States, we get our beauty from France because they were some of the ones that developed the first lipsticks, hairstyles, haircuts, and things of that nature, and they brought it over here. And when we talk about cultivating beauty, we think about the biggest rave, Korean skincare, and a lot of the Korean skincare ingredients are not allowed to come over here. The FDA will not approve them, but a lot of individuals go to Mexico or they'll go to France just for their skincare. Real is real. Just to get certain peels and acid peels ingredients, they will do that. So that's something for you to look out at. Terms. The FDA is the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic. They have a Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, okay, and Fair Packaging and Labeling Act. Whatever you say is in there, you have to put on the container, okay. Here's what Italy says: if you say your product does this, it must do that, or the company, the heads of the company face a fine and possible jail time. So those people are not trying to false advertise anything. For me, I love Korean skincare. Um, they have some great hyperpigmentation, but it can get too far because they are going for a more whiter, paler skin. And as you know, um, Koreans, Asians, they are people of color as well, right along with African Americans, Spanish, Native Americans. They have some form of melanin in there. May not be a lot, but they do. They're cousins. Okay. And it's really big between Asia and Africa skin lightening. Okay. So they have skin lightening products that we are not able to get the ingredients. We can't even get the ingredients. So sometimes many individuals have to go over to those countries and use those products because they are probably really, really strong. And, our government calls itself just looking out for us, but pretty much that's it. And it's law. Okay. It's law. Make sure you reference page 189 as we talk about the difference between a cosmetic and a drug. We got to make sure things are labeled so individuals know exactly what's on the containers. When it comes to preservatives and you're making your own products, it's good to have some form of preservative if that product has to be close to water, if it's a shower product, because the raw ingredients are great. It does amazing. But when you introduce water into that product, that starts to build bacteria and your ingredients start to spill out. And so many people don't know that. And then when you put it on your skin, now your skin is burnt because the what we thought was a face cream or a body cream has started to break apart. And bacteria has started to grow. So we have to make sure that there is some form of preservative. We're going to be selling products like body creams and shower gels and things like some people even soaps, toners. I would put uh, acetic acid. I would put some type of preservative, and that preservative just said it kills bacteria in the product. It does not let bacteria form in the product. Okay, but there are some individuals that like all organic products. They don't want to add any artificial ingredients to it at all. But when they do that, you're gonna find yourself throwing away a lot of product, but just continuously refreshing your product just because bacteria can sit up and grow within your product. And it still begins to be something nasty on the skin if you continuously using it. Looking at product safety and adverse reactions, I do have it highlighted and booklighted. Make sure we're looking at symptoms, adverse reactions, and patch tests. These patch tests, yeah, page 201 is a page to study. The patch test in particular, we do this before maybe even the first time I see you for the first time. I want to do a patch test. And especially if I'm using a chemical or enzyme on your skin, I want to do a patch test. Sometimes you would do a patch test because you feel like there's a contraindication in place. The client is talking, but you're seeing something else. You're like, I need to test for myself. Whenever I'm doing a chemical peel, I may ask the client to come the day before. I may take a swab, take a little bit of that acid peel, and put it right there in the fold of their arm, on their wrist, behind their ear, just a little bit. I will check up on them, or that I know they're going to call me. If it irritates them any kind of way, they are going to call me. That means I can't use that on this client. They are already irritated just by the smallest touch. That means if I continue to use this, ignore the signs, my client is going to be burning. They're going to be sensating. So I have to go down to a lower pH product, chemical peel, or acid ingredient, as most of the people call it. So you have to do a patch test. The patch test is also called a predisposition test. So you're going to see patch test again, and you're also going to see the predisposition test. When do we do patch tests and predisposition tests? During the consultation and skin analysis. We don't wait till it's time for their service. We want them to come in the day before because it's going to take about 10 minutes. Okay? We want them to have it on their skin and give us some real feedback, and that's going to let us know if we can use this product on the client or not. If you ignore this, the client will probably sensate and have an unhappy service. All right, cosmetic ingredient sources and popular terms. So we're just looking at terms, natural versus synthetic. For example, hyaluronic acid. I told you about hyaluronic acid. I'm actually looking at some now. Hyaluronic acid is great for rejuvenating the skin. So it makes the old look good. Okay. So a lot of times they use hyaluronic acid under the eyes, around the mouth, wherever there's fine line. They also use hyaluronic acid in the corner of the eyes. Put it in night creams, morning serums. Hyaluronic acid is that girl. You mix it with vitamin C. You can mix it with vitamin E, and literally that girl. Okay, it's a moisture binding. So if anyone has had any issues with dry skin, guess what? Hyaluronic acid helps pull that together so your skin stays soft and supple. Supple means soft, smooth, everything comes together, almost feels like a baby's behind. Okay? Synthetic production of this ingredient was developed and today is derived from synthetic sources for use in cosmetics. Some individuals and cheaper products, some of them may have synthetic sources. Okay, if that is so, sometimes people who are hypersensitive it will irritate the skin. Okay, said the synthetic version is more stable and has more effective water-binding properties. The synthetic version is probably what you see over the counter because it's going to build that shelf life and they're going to use a preservative for it. Naturally, for me, I just order me some hyaluronic powder, order me some vitamin C and some vitamin E, mix it with maybe a little glycerin or avocado oil, and I got a serum. Okay, I got a serum. That serum is probably going to rejuvenate the skin, improve dark spots, and all of that. When something has a statement of natural, organic, make sure you know what ballpark you're looking at. You have some clients that only would go to salons that use all natural ingredients. So any kind of perfumes or extra things, they won't go to those places. You have a lot of people who prefer organic or natural products. Okay, they're looking for the seal. There's now even spas that operate in that area, and there are product companies. Okay, there are product companies that only use fresh organic products, ingredients um, for their products. Emerence and Farm Fresh are two skincare companies very popular. They have farms. Okay, they grow their own berries, their own algae, their own everything for their ingredients. Okay, for their products. They try not to go and get their stuff from anywhere else. Right. So make sure we look at that terminology. Functional ingredients. Tomorrow we'll pick back up on functional ingredients and types of ingredients in product formulation. We'll go in depth on functional ingredients, okay, and performance ingredients. Functional performance ingredients, you're going to find some ingredients are just vehicles. Some ingredients don't work without the other. So they go together. All right. Turmeric and black pepper, if you're inflamed, got a cough, or you got something going on, you put it in a tea. Turmeric and black pepper is like a super herb, a super tea. But just turmeric by itself, it may say, okay, a little inflammation is maybe a little soothing, but turmeric by itself has a benefit on the skin, not necessarily internal in the body. But then when you add black pepper to it, I put both of them in a hot tea with a little honey. Now it's pulling all that inflammation out. It's clearing, it's building the immune system. I mean, you're going to learn that there's some powerful ingredients out there. And who do they go with? Some ingredients are just vehicles. They don't work well. Nothing works unless you have the vehicle. The vehicle delivers the ingredients to the part of the skin you need it to go to. So many individuals say, I don't want a water-based product. Well, water is the vehicle. Oil is the vehicle. A surfactant, a cleanser is the vehicle. Okay? You can't get there unless you have this. And so we'll clear up some myths and we'll go into performance and functional ingredients tomorrow. Okay? Continue to study. Just go ahead. It's a short chapter. Read over chapter 6. We'll close it out tomorrow. It was good having you on tonight.